so committed to our ecosystem and ensuring that we can move forward. We are having our other mentor who will actually join us to give us some insights as well. So our mentors are ready. They are having breakfast with us this morning, ensuring that we can actually be able to move forward. Mentorship is absolutely very important, and as you develop your solutions, it's very important to actually be able to bounce your ideas, with some of the thought and practice leaders that we have within our broader ecosystem. And ultimately, this will lead us to having those solutions that will one day be businesses that we will all be proud of, moving forward. So I want to invite our mentor to come and join us. The name of our mentor is Thato. Thato is joining us also live right now. Thato, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I thought you'll be wearing your swag, your hackathon swag. I know that during hackathons, people wear their, they get that swag. Are you wearing your swag for this hackathon, or are you going to wear it later on?
I'm actually going to wear it later on because I had to wash my shirt yesterday, so it's still wet. I wanted to actually put it on, but I was like, no, wait, let me just give it some chance to actually dry up. But I'll bring some of my hackathon
That's
swag.
cool. That's awesome. With that said, I want to also invite and encourage our members, our hackers, to wear their swag, as they develop throughout this weekend. I think it's really, really, really awesome. And thank you so much for the work that you are doing with the mentors on the channels. And I just want to see what have you been observing, in the community, in the channels.
Okay, so from my end, one of the things that I've been observing, which is quite good, is that on my end, usually a technical mentor, and I wasn't really getting that much technical questions yesterday, which was very important because it's an indication that team members yesterday were more focused on actually learning about the solution and then just doing some research and trying to understand what the problem actually is before jumping into coding, because that's one of the most important things and one of the mistakes that a lot of teams usually make, where they just see the problem and then just quickly jump into solutioning and then start coding. But from just looking at the Slack channels, most of the team members were actually asking questions around actually, is the business idea making sense? What target markets do you actually have to focus to, and all those things. So for me, that was actually a good thing to actually focus on what the problem is first before jumping into the code.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And having been, a participant in this hackathon previously, maybe you can just give some quick, nuggets for our participants, what they need to look out, for, given that you've journeyed this, you've gone through this path. Maybe give them some three tips that they need to take into consideration.
Okay, so one of my first important tips is that when working on your solution, especially around development, you don't actually want to over-engineer the work that you're doing, right? Because sometimes as developers and as coders, we get caught up in that, right? So don't actually over-engineer your product and try and do a product that has a lot of services, just as Muzi mentioned, right? It's fine if your product just has those few features yet, and then just tries to get out the concept yet on actually how it works and all those things. And then in your vision, as Muzi also mentioned, you can point out that later on, this is what we're planning to do. Because the moment you do that, you'd find that you end up not having enough time to actually do what you wanted to do. And then that will actually keep you behind with your solution. So that's the first important part, right? And then secondly, another thing is ensure that you read your problem statement carefully, right? That's the very important part, because you may find out that later on through the days, when you get to like the second day or the third day, you only find out then that actually what we're actually solving for wasn't what they wanted in the problem statement. So that's one of the important things that you need to ensure that, team, let's quickly look at the problem statement first and then ensure that we're solving it. And if you don't understand, mentors are always available to help you out. So that's one of the most important things that you need to make use of. Go to the mentors and then ask them that, are what we're doing actually solving the right problem, or do you think that we're a bit off? And the mentors will actually share with you and also the things that are not actually correct. And they will be the ones that actually strengthen your solution and actually help you win more, right? So that's also one thing I'd like to share. And then lastly, but not least, is just collaboration with your team members, right? So it's very easy when working virtually for like every team member to actually do what they're doing, right? So you'd find that the developer will just like focus on developing, and the person who's presenting will focus, but try and collaborate as a team, because they always say that two minds are better than one, right? So even if like you don't understand something on your end, try and get the other team members to actually try and ideate around the problems that like you guys are facing, so things that you think are a challenge, and that's also one of the important things. And the moment you get those three things right, you stand a great chance of actually winning the hackathon.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Thato, for that, for your insights and spending the morning as well with us and all the work that you're doing behind the scenes. We appreciate, the time from all our mentors and wish you a great day further.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. There we have it, folks. Those are our mentors, some of our mentors representing a broader community of mentors that we have, for this particular hackathon. They've been sharing with us really some of the things to look out for, and I hope their insights are helpful for you and your team, and also how to ensure that you can work effectively together. We will actually be having a session again. Join us at